Hey guys, let's check out this 32 by 20 studio / live setup I did for a client with a sideboard. Let's dive in. Alright, so starting off, we got a Goodwood Audio custom junction box. It's doing a bunch of different stuff. As you can tell, we have a secondary board on this here setup. It is a sideboard, so it has an off-board wah, an expression, which is connected to the MC6. So you can see right here, the percentage is moving, as well as a demo loop and a MIDI box. Cool thing about the MIDI box is there are 1/8 inch outs and there's a 5-pin DIN out. And then this junction box, which is custom made by us, has a bunch of courtesy DC 9-volt outs. So we're running it off of the power supply. So if they're gonna need to do any external demo pedals, they can do it from here or from the side of the board. If they're not using this demo pedal, like this whole setup, there is a DC out on the side. They can plug in and do a pigtail and actually demo a pedal on the side, as well as 5-pin MIDI out, guitar input with an AB switch, and the AB switch is actually swapping between the line and the wireless, which is underneath the board. Really simple. Ground face like normal, as well as we are running straight into the Cali 76, from the Cali 76 into the Gig G3S. G3S is going through all of the overdrives, out to the A3 volume pedal, out of the A3 up to the ML10X, then all stereo, back to the Goodwood box. In loop 1, we got the EQ. Loop 2, we have nothing. That's why there's an X on the label. Loop 3 is the RC booster, which is under the bridge. Loop 4 is the dualist right. Loop 5 is the dualist left. Loop 6 is the Tone Ranger Klon. Loop 7 is the Tone Ranger dual drive, which is this black one. I put the dual drives that need to be stepped on because they don't have split loops up closer. Loop 7 is the Tone Ranger, as we just talked about. Loop 8 is the demo loop, which is this guy, this whole setup. Loop 9 is going to be the ODR. Make sure that one is on. Loop 10 is going to be the King of Tone right. And then we got the King of Tone left in loop 11 and the BB in loop 12. Like I said, I put the BB and the dual drive up here, a little bit raised, in case they need to step on it during a session or whatever they're going to do, because there's no remote jacks, there's no split loops, so it just makes it easier. MIDI chain is as follows. We have the MC6 Pro doing omniports out, so we have an omniport going out to the EQ. So if we use this triple switch, which is going into omniport 1, EQ is omniport 2, omniport 3 is going to be MIDI out, so out the DIN, and then omniport 4 is going to be expression in. So then we can hit the triple switch, we can toggle down to a page, or we can go down. So I have EQ, actually have programmed this to do a couple different things. This to do a PC send, so it turns everything to a one PC to make sure everything is synced up, which is super handy. As well as we can do all our ML10 triggering. This could be set up to do sticky stop mode if they really wanted, but this controls this, and then it goes to the ML10, and then the Mercury X, LVX, hologram, H90. All right, so starting off, we are going into the board, as we did talk about, straight into the Cali. So this is just the Cali on. For our amp, we're using the Neural DSP Morgan amp suite and Logic. All the same settings. Everything's pretty much set to noon, nothing modified or no external settings on, just the amp for our sounds. Alright, so starting off in loop 1, we got the EQ. So we can turn the EQ on, and then obviously this is still clean tone. But if we bank down, we can go and turn EQ on. We can add boost. that's loop 1. Moving on loop 3, because loop 2 is nothing. Loop 3 is going to be the RC booster, which is underneath, and it's a V1. Loop 4, we got the dualist, the right side. Loop 5, we got the dualist, left side. Loop 6, we have the Tone Ranger Clon, which is a silver guy next to a King of Tone. Alright, moving on to loop 8, now we have the demo section. So we can scroll over here on the foot switch. So turn the demo loop off for now. So we got clean tone. We can activate the wall. I'm just going to press with my hand. Click it again. Obviously it goes off. On my desk, I'm not going to step on it like that. We could turn the demo on, which will trigger this MIDI box from one control to do MIDI over the 5-pin DIN. We can take it off. As I said, expression, you can see the value on here already. Morningstar MIDI box. Moving on to the ODR in loop 9. Loop 10, we got the King of Tone right side. We got the left side. And then we got the BB in loop 12. Which the BB is pretty loud in general. Especially with his Jazzmaster, which has single coils, so it's very loud. Alright, so moving on, we got the ML10, which is going to control all the top row. Here at the MC6, we can engage the first loop, which is the H90. Moving on, we got loop 2, which is going to be the hologram. Alright, moving on, we got the Mercury X. Cool thing on the ML10X is you can actually do spillover, so when you disengage the loop, it would still continue. It's not set up right now, but the cool thing about the ML10 is you can do that. Moving on, we got the LVX. It's right now, the ML10 is all in parallel. There is no series right the ML10 is right now in series, nothing's in parallel. But that's another great thing about the ML10 is you can plug in an editor and actually change around the whole order, which is really unique and super convenient. And that's it. If you have any questions, comment below, drop a like, subscribe to follow more of these rig tutorials that are coming out, as well as if you need your board set up, shoot us an email at setups@omillionaudio.com. Visit us at omillionaudio.com, omillionaudio.com. Visit us on Instagram.com/omillionaudio. Thanks for watching. Have a great one, guys.